What'd you say?
I said deer horns are tricky to find.
They are tricky to find. What's up, guys? We're out here at the farm today, looking a little bit for deer sheds, and but we're also going to be laying some mock tracks, blood trails for the dogs. We can get them out here later on today. But got some stuff laid out to show you guys. Videos mostly obviously for new guys that want to start, or people that are newer and maybe already have started training your pups. I'm just looking for other, more tips, or whatever. So we'll get to it. It's my tracking bag. Got a bunch of random stuff in there right now. But obviously some blood. It's only about 6, maybe 7 ounces of blood. It's going to be plenty for 2 tracks. Dolly's younger, so her trail is going to be quite shorter than Timber's is. Tracking shoes, if you haven't seen these already, you just unclip these or whatever, slide your boots in, strap them down over your boots, so you don't have to tie a string to the deer hoof and drag it or bounce it with you. You just put it down in here and tighten the clamp. And obviously it's like a deer's walking. I'm going to show you, if you don't already know. Try to clip this on me a little bit better so I can. That right there is the interdigital scent gland.
Are you doing your own video?
That's the interdigital scent gland. That's like their fingerprint. Every deer has a unique smell. They're all, they're all different, and that's why it's important to start the deer or your dog at the beginning of the deer trail. Sometimes it's easier just to start, at a different point, but most of the time you want to start at the beginning of the track. Well, obviously on a real trail, so the dog can get locked onto the correct deer. But what a lot of people don't realize is that they release a distress smell out of there. So when the deer is injured, they think they're going to die, they release a distress smell out of there. And when your dog gets used to that and gets some more experience in their training, or on live tracks, is they will be able to tell when the deer quits producing that and goes back to their normal scent, and your dog will let you know that this deer is still alive. And every dog's different, so there's no set way of how your dog will let you know. Timber will, it's like a light switch goes off and he starts barking. He lowers his head, lowers his shoulders, and starts really digging into the dirt and starting to pull me real hard, and just like a non-constant bark. His tail goes very fast. That's his way of saying, let me off the leash, let me run this deer down and kill it myself, because he's still alive. And obviously we can't do that, especially not in Pennsylvania. It's a leash tracking state. So without further ado, I'm gonna get these bad boys strapped on, and we're gonna start this blood trail. Okay, so we're about ready. Got one strapped on, and I realized I forgot to show you, in case you didn't know. You just put that clamp right underneath, like the dew claws there, and then tighten them down. I'm gonna put this on. Oh, my front strap fell off. Oh. Tighten them on. Hey B, can you hold my phone quick? Thank you. Okay, strapped in. Got my Onyx app up here. I don't know if you can see that very well or not. We're gonna hit the tracker, start. No, I don't know what that is. Okay, and then we're just gonna start, and then at the end, after we take the dog out, we're going to compare, see how close. This will be Dolly's track, so we'll see how close Dolly was the whole time. And I always like to make this seem, as real of a scenario as possible. So you can see there's actually 2 tree stands right there. One is mine, the other one is actually custom made, and it's been here for years. I don't even know whose it is, but this is our starting point. We're about 20 to 25 yards away from the tree stands. I'm gonna go ahead and put some blood here, and away we go. Now, every so often, I'll just put a couple little drops. And I kind of get a little bit too big of a hole in this water bottle cap. So I got to be careful I don't waste it. I'm actually going to try to throw her off a little bit. You can see this spring coming from up there. So I'm going to put a couple little drops right in this water. So some of that is going to get washed down through there. See if that trips her up at all. There's actually some, those are late season scrapes, because I was actually here during like halfway through late season, and these scrapes weren't here. Little drops right there. B, come here, buddy. Hurry up. I don't want you walking over the trail I'm laying, okay? You're still doing it. Just come over here beside me, okay? Just stand there, okay? Just walk beside me. Like I said, I'm making this a little bit easier, being that Dolly's just a puppy. Because any track you lay is not going to be as good as a real deer. So even if Dolly struggles with this a little bit, I'm not going to be mad, because if this was a live deer, I know she would find this no problem. I only have 2 hooves that have been stored in the freezer versus 4 live ones. I'm going to make a left turn here. Anytime you, especially with a younger pup, anytime you make a turn, B, go ahead in front of me. Go through here. Anytime you make a turn or cross a creek, something like that, go ahead, go. You want to put just a little bit of blood, like right before the turn and right after the turn, to give them a clue as to which way you went. As you can probably see, there's just one little drop on that leaf right here to let her know that the deer ran through this way. Because she's still, how old is she? She's just over a year, but I haven't been able to spend as much time with her as I did with Timber when he was, starting this out. So she's a little bit behind. As you can see, I'm still only putting blood out every about 10 yards. So this is still even a track that's going to be hard for any person to find on their own without grid searching. Stay over there, B. Right. Okay, you go up this way. All right, I'm gonna go this way. You go straight. So so far we've done straight line, a left turn, another straight line from there into a little bit of a right angle here. And I'm angling back towards this upper field because I gotta reuse these hooves to go lay Timber's track. B, come this way, bud. Remember to keep looking for deer horns. All right, just don't walk right behind me, all right? Just stay up this way. We're gonna walk to the field, okay? Just head towards the field. I don't know what the heck I was just saying. But, oh, I gotta reuse these deer hooves for Timber's track. So at the end of my trails, I do not reward the dogs with treats other than, I guess, the deer hooves, unless I'm going to reuse them. I'll usually let them play with them for a couple minutes and then I take them off of them. My boot is falling out of this thing. You know, put them back in the bag and put them back in the freezer. But being that I haven't trained with them for a little while, I'm gonna let them keep the leg and chew on them and play with them as they want. So their reward is playtime and, you know, getting to chew on the deer. Because when you're out tracking with them, that's what they're going to be doing anyway. You know, they find a deer, they're going to want to chew and play and bark with them. Branson, you're behind me again. Come on, bud, stay over there beside me. You're not going to get lost, I promise. Trying to think of a place to hide this. Probably just right up against that log. Okay, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of extra blood right here. That's obviously when the dead deer's laying there, there's going to be the most amount of scent right where the deer's at. B, come here quick, bud. I'm going to get a bag out of here and mark this log so I can find it easier on my way back through to lay one of the deer legs here for Dolly. And we'll see you at the start of the next track. Well guys, we're back with the dogs going on Dolly's track. I've been having problems with my GoPro charging and whatnot. So like right at the end of the track, my GoPro died anyway. So I let it on the charger for a couple hours while we let the track sit. So we're gonna run Dolly here quick and then drive over to the other side of the farm and do Timber's track. Dolly's ended up being about 250 yards and Timber's is right around 550. So I'm gonna try to save the battery on this thing because it's not charging very well. It's only like 20% right now. So we'll see you on the tracks, and if it dies again, I'll just explain some other things later on tonight after I charge the battery up again. Okay, so I do not remember exactly where I started this track. I just remember the general area. So I'm gonna go ahead, I know I'm a little bit away from it, so I'm gonna switch her leads so she knows that we're ready to track and she needs to go to work. How about it, Dolly? Huh? Hi, Dolly. Smile for the camera. We broke down. So we're gonna go ahead and start. And I don't like to mark my trails. Like the start. Sometimes I'll do the start, but not during or at the end of it, because I like to forget where I laid it. You know, I just keep my Onyx on. Speaking of which, I'm going to get on there and turn my tracker on. She's already on it. This thing is saying I'm so far off. I know I'm standing right where I started at. Stupid thing. Okay. Track, Dolly. I told you I put that blood in that water. I knew it was going to trickle down the edge of the field there. And she didn't want to follow it. She knew. That's good. She's letting the water affect her here. I know I didn't go down there, but we'll let her work it through. She knows she's off. Come here. Come here. Where'd it go? That's good. She's gonna circle back through it. Like I said, it's been a while since I've had her out, so I'm curious to see how she works through these things. Thinking that's the blood on the log that I leave. I know it is super windy out today too, so I know that's going to be blowing some scent around, so I'm not too concerned with her being right on top, either dog being right on top of the track, but just as long as they're in the general area and headed the right direction, that's all that matters, because in the end, the goal is to recover the deer. The goal is not to make sure your dog is right on the top of the track like everybody believes. You know, when you start paying attention to everything scent does, it can and will happen, you realize that it's almost impossible to stay right on top of the track the whole time. I mean, unless you have a very slow working dog that really nitpicks every little thing apart. But I know we walked right through here, all this kicked up stuff. I actually forgot we went this way. Oh, that's good. Even though I know we went this way, I've yet to find one of my drops of blood that we put out, which I know that it wasn't. Oh, she actually just winded. Come here, come here. I think, like I said, a lot of this, especially when the dogs are young, the hardest part about training. Come here, is figuring out the signs that your dog is giving you. And what she just did right there is one of Timber's clues, as you know, letting me know that he's off the trail. So I pick up on that quick because I knew she was getting off right in there. So her doing that lets me know that she knows that she got off. So I just call her back into the general area where I know she was on and let her try again from there. And you can see she messed up and went to the left and then just corrected herself and went to the right. She's going right to it. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting her to do that well. Good girl, Dolly. Good girl. Where are you going? I ain't gonna take it. Hey, good girl. Good girl. Did you find yourself a leg? Huh? Did you find a leg? Good girl. Good girl, Dolly. Here. Oh, good girl. Good girl, Dolly. Good girl. That's my good girl. And that's that. Just pay attention to the subtle things that your dog's trying to tell you. You know, let them make mistakes. And let them fix it. You know, don't be afraid to help them a little bit here and there when they need it, but just trust your dog. And that's way easier said than done. But, and I guess I lied. I guess I did mark the end. I forgot to grab this earlier. Had to put that leg, like I said, had to put that leg back when I was done with Timber's track and marked this area so I knew where I ended the trail and left it here. Good girl, Dolly. Want some water? Shout out to, not sponsored or anything, but see if I can get this off. No, they don't have their logo on here, but shout out to Gun Dog Outdoors. I was at the Sportsman Show in Harrisburg a couple weeks ago, and they had this cool like dog water bottle thing. Here, you just push this button and it fills up like this little bowl here. Maybe. There we go. Here, Dolly, want a drink? Here, want some water? Look at that, that's awesome. Little doggy water bowl, the water bottle. Here, get a drink, ding dong. Come on. All right. But yeah, you can dump it out, whatever. Like, just to push the button, it fills right up. It's slick. So I said, that deer leg is the only treat they need. I'm not gonna waste my time carrying around dog bones or the doggy treats. When a hunting dog gets what it's hunting for, that is the biggest and the only treat they need, and the only one they care about. Huh. Are you growling at me? Are you growling? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Because I've never heard you growl before. I've never heard you growl before. Dolly. Dolly. Alright, come on. Let's go. Let's go back to the truck. That's a pretty pathetic growl, by the way. Come on. Come on. You got it. Let's go get Timber. Okay, so we're at the start of this blood trail, and Timber's getting a little frustrated with me because I'm not letting him go. But again, we're on the edge of a field here. You know, pretty common spot for deer to get shot, especially in archery season. And I guess we're gonna start. I know he's right, I know. And we went down here, went across this little hollow up a four-wheeler trail, and kind of followed that trail till it disappears, angled up towards, oh geez, angled up that way. It's basically straight across until we get down We get down towards the power line, then we go back down the hill at probably a little steeper than a 45-degree angle, but not quite a 90. And then this little hollow must be, which it usually does throw dogs off when you start working with dogs, these little hollows, because we actually just went straight up this thing, but air's always going to want to kind of suck the scent down there with it. So sometimes you just gotta work through it. Oh, he's going up around it. Here we go again. The stupid camera, man. I don't get it. I don't get why it's going off. Yeah, Timber, I see it too. Track. He's looking at that big happy birthday balloon stuck in the tree. But hey guys, I just wanted to apologize. I don't know what was going on with my camera. It's not charging very well, keeps dying real fast. I'm gonna have to look into that. So I believe it caught all of Dolly's track pretty well, but then it was giving me a lot of fits and kept shutting off on me during timbers. So I'm gonna have to edit that stuff down, and it's just gonna be a couple short clips after we initially started his track. But Timber found his deer leg no problem as well. I'm gonna pop up the pictures from Onyx on the two tracks. Like I said, Dolly's was about 250 and Timber's was about 550 yards. Both dogs did great today. I'm very happy because I haven't had them out since deer season, and this is now, you know, the end of February. Dolly I hadn't had out at all during deer season. I think I laid her one mock trail during deer season, and that was it. I just didn't, with her being young, I didn't want to really take her out during the season and chance not finding a deer when I know Timber has a lot more experience, and you know, so, but you know, she keeps going the way she is, she'll definitely be finding plenty of deer this coming fall. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and learned something, and I'd appreciate you going to the channel and subscribing to the channel, share it with friends, click on the channel, and you can go down through and look at other recoveries from this past fall, couple hunting videos that I have up and whatnot. But I appreciate you guys.